It's Saturday night. I didn't work last night. I was kind of tired from last week. This job's exhausting, just exhausting. Since I wasn't working, I kind of wandered around. I wanted to see what was going on here. So I went to all of the beheadings. I'm not going to tell you much about them. We want you to come and see them all for yourself. So I don't want to spoil any of them. I'll just say that Queen Majesty seems a bit incompetent. I feel safe in saying that because I've seen all the shows, and I'm not quite as nervous about losing my head as I was at the beginning of the year, when we were all told we had to worship the Queen or else. It turns out that or else is less of a threat than it seemed at first glance. I have nothing against the Queen personally. She's a fine monster. She seems adequately evil for the task. Just the execution needs to be a little more executy. Apparently we've entered the winter portion of fall here at King's Dominion. This is the part where suddenly the temperature is 20 degrees colder. It's okay though, I've got my jacket, so I'm sure I'll be fine. At least it's not snowing. I understand that's probably coming eventually. Where I come from, there isn't much snow. At least not that falls from the sky. Look, don't do drugs. You want to make something of your life. You don't want to end up, after a whole career of failed concerts, working as a haunt monster at King's Dominion. No matter how hungry you are. I noticed that the Eiffel Tower is staring at me. I'm not sure why we have an Eiffel Tower. We're not a French park. So I understand it's iconic, but it's iconic in a way like if I stuck a Statue of Liberty in Leningrad, you know, and you'd be like, well, that's very nice, it's a Statue of Liberty. But what's it doing in Leningrad? Leningrad is not known for freedom or liberty. We are not known for being French. But we have one of these Eiffel Towers. Did you ever see, like, Team America World Police? At the beginning of that movie, somebody blew up the Eiffel Tower, and it fell over. And then the Team America World Police, I think, destroyed the Louvre trying to save the Eiffel Tower. And so America was not well liked in that movie for reasons that were pretty obvious and probably mimic real life in some ways. I don't think anybody's ever threatened the Eiffel Tower here, although there was a movie about blowing up a roller coaster here. You know, I understand that was like the first year the park opened, and I'm thinking that's not a good way to advertise your park, like by appearing in a movie where somebody blows up one of your roller coasters. Your roller coasters are supposed to be scary, but not because you think the track is going to disappear in front of you and you will fall to your doom like Final Destination. No. I also caught the show that comes on right after the beheadings called Heads Will Roll. Now, there aren't very many heads rolling in the show. There's a lot of dancing, there's a tap dancer, there's a guy on guitar, there's a lot of singing. They do a mix of songs. The last song is Heads Will Roll. Why do they say the heads will roll when the heads fall into baskets? They're not rolling, they're just falling. And then they just sit there in the basket until we pull them out. And then we put them on shelves and they don't roll there either. Heads are not rolling on any like guillotine in this park. I didn't go see blood drums because I'm still hoping at some point they'll let me work that part of the carnival and then I'll be able to see it without having to waste my valuable off time. I also understand there's a coven here, and it turns out I know there's a stage, but I don't know when they're there, and I did not see them at all while I was off. So apparently the coven is invisible witches. Look, look, it's the Overlord. He's a trooper. Every night he walks out there knowing they're gonna make fun of him, knowing he might have the last laugh. But, you know, I wasn't here when he was in charge, and maybe he was a bad leader. I like this guy because he has lights in his hat that light up his face and make it even creepier than it is naturally. And I'm thinking if I had a little pointer, I could strap it to my chest and shine up from under my chin and cast a pall on my face. That might make me spookier! Oh, I'm Hal. I'm Hal, the washed-up singer. Just in case you guys forgot from the last time or the title.
Oh, my friend.
Oh no. Somebody has beheaded the Busch. Now I'm beginning to get worried again. I know the Busch said he had kind of fond memories of the Overlord, but I really didn't think the Queen would go that far as to trim the Busch. So I'm gonna go now. Hopefully the Queen doesn't watch my videos, or maybe I'll be in trouble.